Alrighty then, are we up and running? We are indeed. Alrighty then, so what we have here is the Silent Hill playthrough number 4, starting off from the other world of the hospital that we were in last time. Oops. Get that working there. There we go. Now we'll cook on the gas. Alright then, so we've just had the transformation of the hospital into an otherworldly sort of section. So right off the bat, the whole walls are different, the vibe is different. This is a lot closer to the otherworld transformations in Silent Hill 1. So you got rust, you got blood, you got fences, metal grates, big industrial fans. I always thought that was like a nuclear symbol at first, but no, it's a fan down there. And if we have a look at the map, it should all be reset. So even though we explored this in the normal world, because we're now in the other world, we have to go through all the rooms again, which means things are going to be different. We may have different rooms, different other things happening. There's going to be quite a few nasties waiting for us beyond this door, I think. Right, we don't want to go upstairs just yet. We want to check out this floor first. Yikes, what's going on there? We're just going to go open the doors. And we'll check out the first floor first. Just makes sense. That was text at first. Oops. Uh-oh. Heck was that? Alrighty then, so we're gonna face and check out the side. Gotta love when they just teleport like that. Although I'm sure that's a glitch and not an actual feature. See, going into this room almost wasn't worth it in terms of ammunition and health. The character was fine, so I didn't need the health drink, and then the ammo I picked up, I probably expended half of it taking down the enemy. Which is actually kind of good because it gives you, in some cases, a choice. Like, there's not a item I need in here, it's just I didn't think to not just run away, which is kind of cool. It's an interesting way to do your game design, is to have the player think, hang on, should I do this? Should I not do this? What's that look like? Camera angle has changed. So we've explored everything on this wing of the hospital. There's nothing there. Get out and check that. Okay. So we're going to need to use the elevator. Which is actually working. Uh-oh. Yep. Got company. Just see if we can... We want to use the same strategy, which is stun it, knock it down, and then use the stomp to finish it, because otherwise it'll just get back up again. And use... Oh, there's two types. That one and that one look a bit different. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, that's a bit quieter. Now we just have to wait and see if any of them are going to respawn. Because I have seen them do that before. We'll decide to stand back up or another one will spawn after you exit a room. Alright, let's check this out. So we'll go to the very end of the hallway. Just go door by door. And we'll see what there is to be seen. If anything. Right. Gonna need that. Huh. What have we got going on here? Is that anything? I was locked up inside the basement's basement. It was so small and dark, and I was so afraid. I dropped my precious ring. I will never ever go back there. Yikes. That is not a nice piece of artwork for what essentially looks like a mental health wing. We've got a key and we've got a battery, and the battery will come into play later on in what I think is a... Oh, I knew they'd wake up. Yeah, so the battery we just picked up will come into play later, and it's really interesting how it comes into play, but I won't say anything just yet. Oh, yikes. Nope, come on. See, all of that... Like, the health that I just lost in the ammo makes it not worth it. I probably should have just turned around. But what's done is done. There we are. Back in the green. And that should be locked. Yep. Let's just check out what we've got going on here. Alright then, what have we got going on here? Alright, we'll come back to that in a bit. Alright, his head's not turning, so there's nothing else in that room, but we will come back to that. Let's just check to see anything else opens. Alright, so I've checked everything on this floor. It's up to level 3. So we want to get back to the elevator and go for a quick jaunt upstairs. Uh-oh. Let's get some distance. Stompy stomp. That's the end of that. And then we've got someone behind us, haven't we? You do have to get relatively close because your shots can actually miss. There's actually a little section in the instruction manual which says the same thing, basically, that you need to watch where you're shooting and aiming at. Even though it's like an auto aim, it just locks onto the first enemy, the bullets will still miss from time to time. Which makes sense, considering where we are, what's going on. If I remember correctly, we left Maria upstairs in one of these rooms. She's an angel, no one knows. Only I can see the lady of the door. They cannot walk along her bridge of thread. They fall from the weight of their crimes. Like bloated and ugly corpses, their sins, she devours them. Sin and sinner alike, she saves me. She's an angel. Yeah, whoever wrote that's not in the best headspace. But it does give us a clue. Alright, that's sealed off. So this will be what that note was talking about. So that door's locked. We're going to want to get in there. And that hand sticking out of the door is what we're going to need to do. So let's carry on for now. One of the really interesting things about this franchise is when your character is wandering around in different settings and environments, it's always weird. Some of the items you pick up, you're like, why would anyone ever have that? And then as soon as I had that thought, I actually looked around my place and I'm like, hang on, I've got little weird items as well that you wouldn't expect. Like directly behind me is my DIY shelf, which has like drills, tapes, sealant, all this other stuff you'd need for just fixing and repairing stuff. Now, I wouldn't have expected to have that in a normal place, but it's normal, sort of. If you do any kind of DIY, if you fix anything up. So, as strange as some of the items in this game may be. Yeah, I just found that interesting. Alright, I think this is where we left Maria. Alright, so we got something breathing in us, in our ear. Alrighty then. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of rooms actually, that's not good. How did I manage that? So I missed this one, which is irrelevant because it doesn't open. And then I missed 2 down here. And this one. We've got that, and then we'll do 2 more. These 2. So, and then I think it was this one as well. Alright, so I've checked all the rooms, none of them are open. I just need to check those last 2 doors at the other end, and then we'll see what there is to be seen. So the walls are all covered over with these sheets or tarpaulins or what have you. Oh, we've got company. Oops. There we go. How are we doing for ammo? Oops, wrong button. Alright, we've got a bit. We can go a little bit. We can keep using it for now. Alright, that will come in handy nicely. And I think we're going to come back to this room at a later point. Hello? Whoop. Or it is. Stompy stomp. And we've got peace and quiet. I read an interesting little tidbit about the samples used for the soundtrack. Apparently, as we know, Akira Yamaoka made the soundtrack and the sound design, and he used samples from commercially available discs and compilations and stuff, and that's what those were for, so that's totally fine. The guys who actually created the samples, in the article I read, what they did was they took a standard synthesizer and then they basically plugged the output of that into multiple different analog pedals just to get different effects, and then they just ran that in big long loops and they got all kinds of weird strange sounds. So it's a combination of the synth with, I don't know if it was guitar pedals and other things, but just analog and digital insanity, and they got these really cool weird sounds coming out of it, which I thought was really cool, that it wasn't just something in a computer that someone engineered, it was a combination of a physical synth and instrument that someone had dialed in, and then they'd gone, yeah, let's go next level, and then they'd further plug that into other pedals. other instruments and bits of gear just to get strange sounds. Alright, let's do a quick save. Make sure that we don't die. Right, let's go upstairs first. Yikes, all the way to the basement. We know from that. Yikes. Ew. Don't quite know what that is, but let's not say hello. Let's grab this real quick. Look at these cans. It's like storage or something.
James!
Mary? Oh, Maria. It's you. I thought you were... Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway! What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All you care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I just...
Then stay with me. Don't ever leave me alone. You're supposed to take care of me. So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but... she ran away.
We've got to find her.
You really seem to care about her. Do you know her?
I've never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone. And for some reason, I feel like it's up to me to protect her.
Yeah, our protagonist James really doesn't know how to treat the ladies. Alright, so we've got Maria back. Now that we have some help, we can open that fridge, I think it was, that we saw earlier, because it was too much for one person, but let's check out what's in here first. Alright, so he's just looking at her, and we've just got... yeah, there's nothing else in here, it's just a tiny little room deep beneath the hospital with a ring in it. That's not creepy at all. Alright, so let us check out Alright, let's not talk to whatever that is. Okay, so... So that's the first floor, that's the basement. Where is this thing? Second floor. So we need to get up to the second floor. Actually, no, we're going to have to go to the third floor and then go to a different stairwell and then drop down. Oh, the elevator, sorry, and then drop down from there. But let us quickly save. Let's hope there's nothing waiting for us on the other side.
And our lucky, or should I say unlucky challenger today is James. James Sunderland! Are you ready to play trick or treat? Okay, here's your first question. Merry-go-round, haunted house, roller coaster, Ferris wheel, and teacup. Silent Hill is home to a thrilling amusement park that both children and adults love. The question is, what is the name of this amusement park? 1. Fantasyland. 2. Silent Hill Amusement Park. 3. Lakeside Amusement Park. Okay, quickly on to question number 2. Silent Hill witnessed a gruesome murder a few years back. A brother and sister were playing in the road when they were attacked and chopped into pieces with an axe. Torn flesh, smashed bones, splattered blood, and finally... What a terrible tragedy. What a gruesome end to such innocent lives. What was the name of the murderer who committed this vile act? 1. Walter Sullivan. 2. Scott Fairbanks. 3. Eric Day. Now for our third and final question. South of the lake is a deserted old neighborhood called South Vale. From there to Palevale, the central resort area northwest of the lake, there's only one road you can take. Just one road, no more. The third and final question is, what is the name of that road? 1. Bachman Road. 2. Rindell Street. 3. Nathan Avenue. Well, that's the last of our questions. Have you got it all figured out? When you know the answers, head to the storeroom on the 3rd floor to collect your prizes. But be careful if you're wrong. Well then, everybody, thanks for tuning in.
That is a long elevator ride from level 3 to level 2.
I
that?
I'm surprised they're not more concerned that the radio that has been broken this whole time suddenly starts playing a game show and names our protagonist, and then knows where he is. First and foremost, that's a really interesting mechanic. One thing to note though is in the remake of this game, the PlayStation 3 one, they actually had to revoice some of the dialogue. They actually revoiced the announcer of that show, and I think the original was just so much better than the redub they had to do. That was a small little thing, but that just jumped out to me when I played the PlayStation 3 remake. I was just like, oh man, the voice, it was so much better than the original. So let's grab this ring and then we'll grab our prize, or punishment as it were.
You can't open it?
Yeah, Maria, give me a hand here.
Come on. You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help?
You were saying?
What's this? Not very cute, is it? Here, James. You take it.
Thanks.
Alright, so now we're going to go look for our prize on the 3rd level, and then I think the door where we're going to use these 2 rings awaits us. We'll take the elevator up to the 3rd floor and then access that door just there. Alright, that's the door. We're going to use those keys. Well, rings, actually. They're not keys. Oops. And I think this is like only the 2nd combine that we can do in the whole game. Alright. We have our way forward. But let's check out the storeroom and see if we can get a prize. Where is the storeroom? Alright, so we'll go out there, we'll save, we'll try the storeroom, and then we are going to check out the stairwell. So we're going to save. And then we're going to check out that storeroom. Alright, now this wasn't here earlier. So the question is, what put this here? Okie dokie. Now, actually, that's an interesting question. I know the answers to 2 and 3, but I'm not 100% sure on the answer to 1. There you go. I think it's 313. The Lakeside, Walter Sullivan, and Nathan Avenue. But we'll see if we get a prize or not. So... Yeah. Nice. So lots of ammo. And we have a new health item, which recovers a lot of health as opposed to the med kit and the energy drink. So that's really good, actually. I'm glad we didn't get... What happens if you get the questions wrong, and I have tested it before, is the same animation those enemies use, the ones that sort of vomit on you, that and the sound effect for it comes down from above, and it'll hit the player and it'll reduce your health. So that's the that's what happens if you get that wrong. Alright, so let us save, and then let us check out that stairwell. Okay. So here we are with the painting, and down we go. Alright, so where are we? Alright, that doesn't go anywhere. Let's head down here. I took the director's key, the one to the museum. I hid it behind the praying woman when I went out for a day trip. I picked it up, but I didn't steal it. I'm not a criminal. And then... Oh, hang on. Is there a map there? No, it's just the note. I think it's just the note anyways. So it looks like there's something else there. But right off the bat, that tells us the next place to go has something to do with a museum. Right, down we go. Oh, something's following us. Oh, run, 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 run. Something is chasing us. Something very big. Oh, it's Pyramid Head. Hello. And he is going to catch up very quickly if we don't hurry. Come on, Maria. There he is, right behind us. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh. Alright, so we've lost Maria. One of the things that I really like about this particular section is after that happens, it's not incredibly dramatized. Just got a nice quiet bit of music there, silence. And that sort of makes sense with our protagonist here, who is very wooden, not very emotional. I mean, yeah, he screamed out Maria's name during the attack, but aside from that, not much. So I'm just going to go and check a couple of the doors there. I know that all of these doors will be locked, except for one, after we've gotten out of the other world. And then we know from that note we just found... Well, there's a save point. We know from the note that we just found that we need to go towards... Well, we're looking for a museum. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. The truth can only be learned by marching forward. Follow the map. There's a letter and a wrench. Okay, so we're going to head back. Yep. Alright then, so we've got to grab a letter and a wrench. And there goes Laura without a care in the world. Okay. From memory, pretty much all of these doors will be closed except for that one. So there's not much point in wandering around here. I am going to quickly save. And then we are going to see what we can see. So it was daylight when we first went into the hospital. And this is the first time that we have night in Silent Hill. So that's the way we came down to the hospital, and we know that we can't really go back that way. So instead, we're going to head down through Rendell Street into Saul Street, and that should get us to the other side of Silent Hill. Okay. Or should we go up and get the key first? Decisions. Let's probably go down Saul Street instead, because that gives us a nice loop. Because ultimately we need to head down that way, and then back up through the park, and across, and over and across to the museum. So, down and to the left. And we'll see what's on the right as well. And of course we've got company. We've got the hospital on that side of the road and just a fence over there. We've got some nurses on break running around, which is dangerous. And then this should be the... Yeah, this is that trail downwards. I'm just going to see if anything's down this way. Ooh, items. I'm having those. So, health drink and some med kit, which is going to be useful, and that's all blocked off. Okay. Definitely want these. Health and ammunition. Excellent. So now we head up this way. See if there's anything else waiting for us. Whoops. Alright, where are we? Yeah, so just keep running straight, essentially. Check both sides of the road if there's anything over on either side. And try not to die as we go. There's nothing over there. What's in here? If anything. Alright, his head's not turning, so he's not seeing anything item-wise, which is good. Means we're not missing anything. Okay, let's not mess with you if we don't have to. Yeah, then we just keep going straight and to the right. Yikes. Right, and then we should be heading this way. We'll just take a quick look up here. I don't think there is anything item-wise. Oh, nope. Don't need to be saying hello to a nurse today. And that's all walled off, so that's not a viable option. There's no items in the corner either. Alrighty then, let's just head straight down here then. Whoops. No, that doesn't go anywhere. Okay, here we go. Some items. Definitely going to need these later. And there should be a way through here. Unless I've gone the wrong way. Which I think I have. Yeah, I missed a turn. We got some ammunition, so it's okay. It's worth it. Alrighty then. Ooh, health drinks. Having those. Having those. I should probably make the comment. This is the PlayStation 2 version. Physical disc running in PCSX2 emulator. So there's some stutter and some other artifacts going on like you just saw as a result of that. Okie dokie, who have we got mucking about down there? This is a lot more like Silent Hill 1, which does have big areas in nighttime which are just rusty fences with gaping holes and pits everywhere, like what we're seeing here. Oi! Hello! That is going to hurt me if I let it get too close. Let's run. There's another one. There's another one. And we're through. Now those actually look an awful lot like an enemy in Silent Hill 3. But what's going on in Silent Hill 3 is slightly different to that one. It just looks a bit similar. Ah, we've been here before. The camper van. Oh, yep, having that. If I can pick that up. There we go. Yeah, nothing's changed here. There's just that note saying to check out Bar Nelly, so let's save. I think what we'll probably do is we're going to try and find this letter and this wrench, and then we're going to try and grab the key and head for the museum. And then probably wrap it up for tonight after that's done. It shouldn't take too long. Alright, so out and about on the streets of Silent Hill. It's now night time, which means things have changed a little bit. So we're going to check out that section just over there. And then we need to head up to the park. And I think we're going to do that through that door over there. So we don't need to go back through the apartment complex, which is how we got over there in the first place. And then we're probably going to find a lot more areas closed off and fenced off as we go. I found it really interesting from the beginning that the town changes and shifts a little bit as you... Oh, nope, let's not say hello to that. And I wonder if it's gonna... There's a little event which happens sometimes if you... I've only had it happen once. If you're walking on the sidewalk like this... I don't know what triggers it, I just know that the few times it's happened, it's always where you're close to buildings. So we're just going to be a bit slower and see if we can trigger it. So let's head up that way and then take a right. Hang on, have we gone... Nope, right there. Right, across we go. Just ignore that traffic sign over there. Oop, ammunition. Having that. And then we want to just check out... There was a hole here. It's gone now. But we couldn't see this last time because we didn't have the flashlight yet. If you really want to see Mary, you should just die. But you might be heading to a different place than Mary, James. So now that we've gotten this far through the game, we're starting to see a couple of things that are a bit different than what we're expecting. There's nothing else in here. Right, so I think we want to about face and come around to the left. See if we can find that wrench in that letter. Oop. Nope, don't want to mess with you. Don't want to mess with you. That's sealed off. Alright. Alright, still trying to see if we can trigger a certain event to happen. But I don't quite know when it happens. Once we get the wrench, I'll just spoil it and say what it is. Because I've only had it happen once and I've finished this game dozens of times. Okay, are we going in there? No, we're not. Not going in there. Alright, so we're looking for something here, it seems. Ah, camera angle change, so it's definitely here. Got a wrench. Or perhaps you are a fool. The truth usually betrays people. A part of that abyss is in the old society. The key to the society is in the park, at the foot of the praying woman, inside of the ground, inside of a box. To open it, I need a wrench. My patient buried it there. I knew, but did nothing. It may be uneasy to have such a thing near. I wasn't looking for the truth, I was looking for tranquility. I also saw that thing. I fled, but the museum was sealed as well. Now no one dares to approach that place. If you still do not wish to stop, James, I pray to the Lord to have mercy on your eternal soul. Now that's a build-up. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. So let's quickly skip through what we just read. So heading back to Rosewater Park. Alright, no, I meant to try the door. Not the letter a third time. Get out of here. Alright, I don't think I'm going to get it to trigger. So we just want to head up and to the left. Basically, there's a small scene which occurs when you're running next to the buildings at night. What happens is you're walking along near the buildings and then something triggers it where one of the enemies that you see running around actually jumps off the roof and hits the ground in front of you. And it comes completely out of nowhere. So you're just walking along, and then suddenly splat. And not only does that make sense from the perspective of the story, it's just a complete surprise that I've only had it happen once. I don't know what triggered it, but it was really interesting. Really quite a surprise. Alright, so we're going to go straight and... yeah, straight, and there's that locked door at the end of the street, which should now be open. I think we should just keep going straight. Oh, ammunition, I think. Ammunition. Alright, that's walled off as well, so we're not going that way. Yeah, door's directly ahead of us. Ah, nope, nope, nope. if we come across here, door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmares. We now are fortunate enough to be here at night time, so it now opens. Alright, are there any items or anything over here? Nope. Okie. So now we're on the other side and we just need to head... Yeah, we basically just need to head up, check out the park, and then we're off to the Silent Hill Historical Society, which is our next stopping point. Nope. Not saying hello to you today, Nursey. Yep, just keep going straight and to the left. Just keeping an eye on... Oh, hang on. Alright. The beginning section of the Born from a Wish DLC actually happens really close to exactly where we're looking. Which I found to be really... We can't interact with it or do anything with it, but that's one of the first things we see when that... I mean, the first thing we see is Maria, of course, but then we see that location. And it's never used in the normal base game. But we do see it just in the environment, which is interesting. I've gotten myself lost in the dark, so I've got myself completely turned around. So, turn that way, and away we go. Alright, this is Jack's Inn. So if we head in here, we can see a save point. Or we should do, if it's still here. There it is. Never pass up an opportunity to save. Just in case. But we're going to do 2 more things real quick, and then we are going to wrap it up this evening. Alright, so we want to run across here. And we want to find the park entrance, which is pretty much directly ahead of us. Ooh, items. I think it's items anyways, so... We come in here. Ooh, items. Definitely having those. Thank you. And this doesn't open. We can see the light through the glass there, which is cool. So let's run down this way. Alrighty then, I always get bloody lost in here. So we're looking for a statue of sorts. Ah, that's it actually. Ground is raised up. Yes, we'll dig. And we have... That's why we need the wrench. Let's use that. Beautiful. So that gives us the key that's going to get us into the Silent Hill Historical Society. I'm going to wrap it up here because basically all this is a long walk up a road, which is basically over there, and nothing really interesting happens. So I'm going to head back to the park and save. But for now, let's wrap things up. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I will catch you in the next one. See you guys. Bye.